morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you for our time together. Tomorrow night, wow, God at South Campus, a beautiful night of worship and people coming to Jesus. We'll look forward to you being there. But right now, let's come back to the book of Exodus chapter 12, verse 40. I love this New Living Translation. The people of Israel had lived in Egypt for 430 years. In fact, it was on the last day of the 430th year that all of the Lord's forces left the land. That night had been reserved by the Lord. Did you hear that? That night had been reserved by the Lord to bring his people out of the land of Egypt. That night had been reserved by the Lord. There comes a day, and sometimes you and I get very impatient with God, and please forgive me. If there's one person you should never be impatient with, it's God. Because he will always do the perfect thing in the perfect way at the perfect time to give you the greatest blessing. His only agenda is for our blessing. His only agenda is our welfare. He loves us. Now, some of you right now, you're going through some very difficult times. There has been a day reserved for your deliverance. Some of you, you're going through very hard financial times. There is a day reserved. Set aside. God has marked it in his calendar. He's written it down in his agenda. On this day, they will be delivered. On this day, I will deliver them out of their problem. There is a day reserved for your deliverance. Now please, in the meantime, as the New Testament says, keep yourself in the waiting room of his love while you wait for his grace. While you're waiting, just keep yourself in that waiting room of his love, just knowing that he loves you, knowing that he cares for you, but also knowing that God has it marked in his calendar. This day is reserved for the deliverance, and then he writes your name. He writes your family name down. There is a day of deliverance reserved for your need.